I'm going to give you a rundown on some cool new features that I discovered while using DnD Beyond. With all the digital tools available to play Dungeons & Dragons online these days, it can be a little overwhelming to decide exactly where you're going to guide your players and what format and what platform you're going to use. Now, I keep going back and forth between platforms like D&D Beyond and Roll20, and I haven't quite yet figured out the best fit for my group. Now, I know that D&D Beyond has integrated everything, and it also combines with all the digital product that I buy. So right now, D&D Beyond seems like the most logical choice, and with the upcoming VTT that Wizards of the Coast is going to be rolling out, it only makes even more sense to use that as a dedicated platform. But in my haste, there's a lot of features that go unnoticed with D&D Beyond, and some of them actually are making my life a little bit easier. Follow me and I'm going to show you one in particular that I found this week that's really helping bring a little bit more realism and immersion into the game of D&D with my players. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to D&D Beyond and load up one of your characters that you currently have. Make sure that character has a variety of different containers, whether it be a pouch or a backpack. For this example, I'm using Hawkler. He's a character that I created that I'm currently using in a campaign that I'm playing in. After that, you're going to want to go over to your coin inventory section and click on that, and it's going to pull up a sub-menu showing all of your gold coins and where it's located. Now at the very top of that, there's a settings option. When you click on the settings option, it's going to expand out and allow you to actually put coins in containers. And it's also going to allow you to track whether or not you want to use coin weight. For this example, you're just going to put coins in containers. You're going to close that off, and now you're going to go back to your inventory screen and look at where your gold is located. So by default, a character's coinage is going to be located in their equipment section. Now the equipment section is basically just a catch-all phrase for anything that the adventure doesn't have in a container, like a backpack or pouch. What we're going to do is we're going to transfer all of your character's gold into a specific container. In this case, it's going to be the pouch that we have. All that gold is going to be put into the pouch, but you're going to have to go back in and delete it from your equipment category. When you're completed, you'll see that you have 0 gold in your equipment, and you'll have all of that gold that you just transferred in your dedicated container, in this case being a pouch. Now you're probably asking yourself, Dwayne, why does this even matter? Well, for me, I have a little bit of a frustration with players who carry large amounts of gold. It stems back from my early days playing Dungeons & Dragons when players used to haul around hundreds and sometimes even thousands of gold coins, and nobody really cared about how that was happening or where they stored all these coins. Now, I don't usually like to worry about encumbrance in my games of D&D, but lately I've been playing with a lot of hoarders, so encumbrance has been a godsend for me. Further to that point, I kind of want to know where these players are storing all their equipment and all their coins. Well, it does tend to worry players about how much detail I'm keeping track of and whatnot, but you never know when they take a fall off a cliff or something happens and they lose a pouch off the side of their belt. What's in the pouch? What's in the backpack? What can get damaged and what can get lost? I like keeping players on their toes, and having them put their coins in a specific area on their body means that they're going to pay attention to it, and those coins are going to be a lot more valuable to them. They're going to want to look after them. Now, further to that, we talked about keeping containers. Containers can also be added to your character sheet for when the character is at a home base, a tavern, a lodge, something like that. Go ahead and create a chest. Have players put stuff in that chest that they're not carrying on their person. Who's to say that everything a player has to have is on them at all times? Using the pouch system and putting gold in containers as well as the equipment they have adds a little bit of detail and a little bit of fun to the game and keeps players guessing. I hope you're all having fun playing Dungeons & Dragons out there, and we'll talk to you soon. Before you go, I need your help. I'm trying to grow the exposure of what we do here at Maverick Games. My goal is to actually bring information to parents and students for fun, academics, and even support of neurodivergency. Please subscribe and make sure you click on those notifications. I don't do paid ads or sponsorships. I hope that you can find content here that's enjoyable for yourself and maybe others. Thank you very much, and thanks for tuning in.